Hey, what's up everyone? So I get this question a lot. What are the best warm-up activities? What can I do as a ratio of value to time? So here you go, in no particular order. I just wanted to put this list, and this is not comprehensive. So if I'm missing anything, give me a shout, shoot me a note. What do you like? What are you doing for your warm-ups? However, after teaching and coaching all different types of warm-up strategies over the past 25 years. This is the way that I matrix it. So I hope you like it. And once again, this is a value per time. We're all time strapped. So think about it that way too. Dynamic warm up is clearly up there on the list. I mean, this can be anything from dynamic stretching, movement stretching, world's greatest stretches, different band work. So big fan. It gets wakes up the nervous system, gets the internal heat going in the tissues, activates the nervous system. It's fantastic. Foam rolling, not a surprise. Not high on my list as a value per unit time warm-up activity. Essentially, you're just not getting as much value out of that particular movement to warm up the entire body, warm up the entire tissue for a particular workout. Especially if that includes a full body workout. Same thing with Theraguns and percussion equipment. These are best saved. These tend to be best saved for what we would call work in days or recovery. If you have any particular areas of focus that need extra tissue work on recovery, there you go. But you know what? Don't waste your time doing this for warm up. Sorry everybody out there, but this is just my opinion. Static stretching, oh yeah, still super low on the list. It could even be a 2. At the end of the day, this doesn't activate the nervous system very well. It certainly doesn't heat up the tissues to get you ready for movement, for load. It doesn't necessarily take the joint through an active range of motion on its own, because you are either static in a static way. Sometimes you can actually down-regulate the nervous system if you're getting ready to do some sort of rapid movement, agility, low-level plyo power, whether you're getting ready to lift some heavy weights. We do not want that. So same idea here, value per unit time. It's fairly low on the list. Once again, put this in your work-in day. Mobility, true mobility, which would be an active range mobility, focused kind of full joint range of motion to activate the full tissues in and around, deep around the joint, i.e. like a Kim stretch or a functional range systems approach. If you've seen that, go ahead and Google that, look it up. It's a fantastic system for both improving mobility in general, but also I use it as a warm-up. It's really fantastic. I also use it for maintenance, as a daily maintenance full body mobility program, which includes moving joints through full and complete controllable range of motion. Really fires up the nervous system, deep nervous innervation in and around the muscles of the joints. It's fantastic. Big fan there. You'll see a 9. Cardio kind of sits somewhere in the middle of the list. I mean, I know it's great to get the metabolism. It depends on the type of workout that you will be doing. Are you doing a strength workout where you're not going to require to upregulate your certain features of your energy systems? You're not going to need a cardiovascular warm-up necessarily, but it's really great after a certain amount of time to once again heat up the body, heat up the tissues internally as opposed to externally. And you'll see this one that follows right along after sauna. I see a lot of people doing this. So it's a bit of a it has a bit of a theoretical value, but only if it's short. So this is a caveat. If you jump in the sauna quickly and then you go do some sort of activation exercises, then this 3 turns into something like a 6. So if you go sit in the sauna for a while and just heat up and just sit there, that can actually also kind of down regulate the nervous system from a speed perspective, from a responsivity perspective. So we don't necessarily want to do that. If it's short and then you activate after, this can change into a value for you. But I like to generate heat and movement and control and warm up the tissues from the inside out as opposed to from the outside in. So this one doesn't get a great score for me. Loaded movement, oh man, big fan. Big fan of loaded movement, which means anything that you're able to, patterns that you can do with kettlebells, Viper, bands, mace bells, Indian club bells, fantastic. Starting light, it's dynamic. We get blood flow. We get all of the tissues around the joint. It's almost like it almost pairs incredibly after something like this, which is a great progression, right? So you do your unloaded mobility, slow, controlled, then you start to move a little bit quicker with some load. And then look at this, and you bounce down to one of the all-time best warm-ups, depending on the type of workout you're doing. If you are certainly doing some sort of a warm-up that involves, or a workout that involves plyo or power, you're gonna wanna start low. What does that mean? All sorts of options: jump rope, skipping, single leg, double leg patterns, hop patterns, bound patterns, you name it. If you're not doing that type of workout, this 9 out of 10 is going to squeak down, but it's actually really nice because most people don't get enough of this low level plyo and power in their life, especially after we get north of 40. So I'm a big fan of sneaking that in when you can, even in between some true strength or slow strength sets. So most of us aren't getting paid to be athletes anymore. But this guy is a huge, huge value over time as we age, even if you're doing low volume and introducing it into your warm-up. So I'm a huge, huge fan. And finally, you know what? If you're doing something that you saw your neighbor do, that you saw me do online, who knows? Maybe it's the best. Maybe it's not so good, but at the end of the day, you have to kind of decide where you're coming in at the skill, but also the knowledge of the particular movements and warm-ups that you're going to do for that day. So who knows? But any warm-up is better than no warm-up. Anyway, those are my thoughts. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'm not afraid of a little pushback. So I look forward to seeing what you think. All right, take care.